Did you know that scary movies make billions of dollars every year? People love to be scared. We read spooky stories with flashlights under the covers. We watch horror movies with pillows over our faces. Why do we enjoy being frightened? Maybe it's the thrill of the unknown or the rush of adrenaline. Whatever the reason, creepy tales have fascinated us for centuries. Imagine a place where laughter once echoed. Now, only silence remains. The rides that once brought joy and excitement now stand as eerie monuments to a forgotten past. The air is thick with an unsettling stillness, as if the park itself is holding its breath. The Ferris wheel is frozen in time, its once vibrant colors now faded and rusted. It looms over the park like a giant skeletal guardian, watching over the desolation below. The fog wraps around it, adding to the sense of mystery and abandonment. Cotton candy booths stand empty, like forgotten tombs. The sweet aroma of treats long gone has been replaced by the musty scent of decay. These stands, once bustling with eager children, now serve as silent reminders of happier times. This is the abandoned amusement park, where nature has begun to reclaim what was once hers. Vines creep over the structures, and weeds push through the cracks in the pavement. The twilight casts long shadows, making the park even more haunting. They say a ghostly presence lingers here, the spirit of a young boy who died on a ride. His tragic story has become part of the park's eerie lore, adding a layer of sorrow to the already somber atmosphere. Some visitors claim to hear his laughter on the wind, a chilling reminder of the park's haunted past. The sound is faint, almost like a whisper, but unmistakable. It sends shivers down the spine of anyone who dares to listen. Others say they've seen his shadow darting among the broken-down rides. These fleeting glimpses add to the park's mystique, making it a place of both fear and fascination. Would you be brave enough to visit this place at night? The darkness amplifies every creak and rustle, turning the park into a labyrinth of terror. It's a test of courage, a journey into the unknown. Old houses hold secrets. They stand as silent witnesses to the passage of time, their walls absorbing the echoes of lives once lived. They whisper stories of the past, tales of joy and sorrow, of love and loss, captured in the dust and cobwebs that now cloak their forgotten rooms. In one such house, there's an attic no one dares to enter. It's a place shrouded in mystery and fear, where the air is thick with the weight of untold stories. The door creaks open as if inviting you in. The sound echoes through the empty halls, a haunting melody that sends shivers down your spine. But beware, locals say the attic is haunted by the ghost of an old woman. Her presence is felt in the cold drafts and the eerie silence that fills the room. She sits in a rocking chair, her eyes glowing red in the darkness. The chair rocks back and forth, a slow, rhythmic motion that seems to keep time with the beating of your heart. Some say she's harmless, just lonely in the afterlife. They believe she longs for company, for someone to listen to her stories and share in her eternal solitude. Others say she's vengeful, waiting to trap unsuspecting souls. They warn of her anger, of the wrath that lies beneath her sorrowful exterior. What do you think you would find in that dusty attic? Would you uncover the secrets of a bygone era, or would you become another whisper in the dark? Section 4. The Hitchhiker's Tale. On a lonely stretch of highway, a lone car speeds through the night. The road is desolate, with only the moonlight casting eerie shadows on the asphalt. The driver, tired and alone, fights to keep his eyes open. Suddenly, he sees a figure in the distance, barely illuminated by his headlights. It's a hitchhiker standing by the roadside with his thumb outstretched, a silhouette against the dark backdrop. Against his better judgment, the driver decides to pull over. The car slows to a stop, and the hitchhiker approaches. The hitchhiker, an old man with piercing blue eyes that seem to glow in the dark, thanks him and climbs into the passenger seat. His presence is unsettling, yet the driver feels compelled to listen. The old man begins to speak, his voice filled with a haunting sadness. He spins a tale of a life filled with regret and sorrow, of missed opportunities and lost loves. As they drive, the old man points out landmarks, guiding the driver towards a small town. The driver, engrossed in the story, barely notices the miles slipping by. Suddenly, as they approach the town mentioned by the hitchhiker, the driver glances over to the passenger seat. To his shock, the seat is empty. There's no sign of the old man. The driver is bewildered, his mind racing to make sense of what just happened. Had he imagined the entire encounter? Was it a figment of his tired mind, or something more? The road ahead seems even darker now, the shadows more sinister. The driver can't shake the feeling that something otherworldly has just occurred. Next time you're driving alone at night, remember this tale? Sometimes the road holds more than just the promise of a destination. It holds stories, mysteries, and perhaps a touch of the supernatural. Section 5. The enduring appeal of creepy tales. Why do we tell these stories? Perhaps it's a way to confront our deepest fears in a safe environment. Or maybe it's simply the thrill of a good scare. Whatever the reason, these tales remind us that there are still mysteries in the world, things that logic can't explain. They keep us on the edge of our seats, hearts pounding, as we turn each page or watch each scene unfold. Section 6. A final thought. As you turn off the lights tonight, remember the stories, the abandoned amusement park, the whispers from the attic, the hitchhiker who vanished into thin air. Are they just stories? Or is there something more to these tales? Sleep tight.